Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something that's been on my mind a lot lately, especially with all the Spider-Verse hype. We're talking about why for so many of us, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man just feels real, more real than any other version we've seen on the big screen. Now, don't get me wrong, I love what Andrew and Tom brought to the role. Each one is a fantastic Spider-Man in his own right. But there's a certain grounded, almost melancholic authenticity to Tobey's portrayal that just hits differently. Let's break it down. First off, let's talk about the man behind the mask, Peter Parker. Sam Raimi's trilogy gave us a Peter who was a genuine outcast. He wasn't just a bit awkward. He was the guy nobody noticed. He was late on his rent, struggled to hold down a job, and his personal life was a constant series of fumbles. This wasn't a cool skateboarding Peter or a tech-savvy genius with a billionaire mentor. This was Peter Parker, the struggling kid from Queens. His problems felt like our problems, magnified. The financial struggles, the unrequited love, the weight of responsibility, it was all so painfully relatable. And that's the key word, responsibility. The core of Spider-Man's character is the lesson he learns from Uncle Ben says. With great power comes great responsibility. In Tobey's version, this isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a crushing burden. You can see the weight of that responsibility in his eyes in almost every scene. He doesn't want to be a hero. He has to be. Being Spider-Man constantly ruins Peter Parker's life. He loses MJ, his friendship with Harry crumbles, and he's perpetually exhausted. There's a real sense of sacrifice that makes his heroism feel earned, not just a cool side gig. Another huge factor is the tone of the Raimi films. They had this perfect blend of comic book campiness and genuine, heartfelt drama. One minute you're laughing at J. Jonah Jameson's antics, and the next, your heart is breaking for Peter as he watches Mary Jane get engaged to someone else. This emotional whiplash makes the world feel more grounded. It's not all grim and gritty, nor is it all quippy and lighthearted. It's messy, just like real life. The fights had real consequences too. When Spider-Man gets thrown through a brick wall, you feel it. He comes home bruised, his suit is torn, and he's physically and emotionally drained. Then there's the internal struggle. Tobey's performance is so brilliantly understated. A lot of the storytelling happens through his quiet expressions and a powerful internal monologue. We're constantly inside his head, hearing his doubts, his fears, and his determination. This voiceover isn't just exposition. It's a window into his soul. It makes us feel like we're right there with him, wrestling with these impossible choices. The famous "I'm Spider-Man." No More sequence in Spider-Man 2 is the perfect example. He gives up the suit not because it's inconvenient, but because the weight of it is literally destroying him. It's a profound exploration of burnout and the human desire for a normal life. Finally, the villains in the Raimi trilogy often mirror Peter's own struggles. Norman Osborn was a father figure torn apart by his own ambition. Doc Ock was a good man consumed by his creation. Even Sandman was just a guy trying to do right by his family. They weren't just world-ending threats. They were tragic figures, reflections of what Peter could become if he ever lost his way. This made the conflict more personal, more intimate. So, when you put it all together, the relatable struggles, the heavy burden of responsibility, the unique tone, the internal conflict, and the tragic villains, you get a Spider-Man that feels less like a superhero and more like a person. A person we grew up with, a person we rooted for, and a person who, despite having superhuman abilities, felt just like one of us. That's the magic of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and that's why for a whole generation, he'll always be the one and only. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments which Spider-Man feels the most real to you and why. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next one.